have a special guest, and I believe he's going to shed some light on many different areas, especially in the areas of misinformation and bringing the past information forward. And sometimes the past information and the present situation doesn't really line up as well, and people can misunderstand it. Would you like to introduce Dr. Rupert Green to us?
Dr. Rupert Green has been with us working in this VEEP program, the Vaccine Equity Partnership Engagement Program, as a co-director. He works alongside with me to get the education out there. He's actually in charge of the foot soldiers who are out there, and we're also having this program on media. We are using all the social media platforms and the print and electronic media to get this information out. And he knows much about the resistance that is out there on the field. And so I would ask Dr. Green at this time to share with us, what are some of the resistance that you come upon with your foot soldiers out there, and what message can we send to the community to help to alleviate some of these misinformation?
Dr. Green.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson, and thank you, Pastor. Well, the resistance we come across are historical, they are cultural, religious, and socioeconomic based. Historically, the American people are very distrustful of their government. The first vaccine was in 1796, cowpox, chickenpox. And the people were so distrustful, they said that people would turn into cow if they got those injections.
Right.
Black in general are very distrustful because of the historical mistreatment. The Tuskegee experiment occurred where blacks were given injection by the government in syphilis and watched as they died. Even though they had developed the treatment, they did not give it to them. And thus, this fostered the persistent resistance of blacks.
All right, Dr. Green, we're going to run a promo spot right now that's going to deal with the Tuskegee incident there. And we want you, afterwards, we show this promo to you to have some words about it. Okay, We're going to take a break right now.
My grandfather was a case in that study. He worked as a firefighter where the Tuskegee Airmen trained. He and I were phenomenally close. The syphilis study happened for 40 years. Penicillin was found to be the most effective treatment, but the men were denied the treatment. Interestingly enough, I've had someone tell me that they were concerned about getting the vaccine because of the syphilis study. And I always, try to educate or provide some information about what happened. But then I said, you're talking about something that happened to my family. And I've taken both of my vaccines. I'm doing this for them. Health is greater than wealth, and it's really up to us to take ownership of our health and this story.
Okay, Dr. Green, we're open for some comments. I know you have some historical background information as pertaining to that. Go right ahead.
Yes, because of that mistreatment, blacks develop an hesitancy to vaccine. Their fear is that whites are trying to eliminate them. It goes back a long, long time, even to the Hispanics, black and brown people, because they call it germ warfare, where smallpox was given to the Native Americans in blankets. Now, blacks are saying, listen, I am not taking that vaccine because they are trying to eliminate us. What I say to them, aren't there more whites taking this vaccine than blacks? Aren't there about 170 million whites in this country and 30 million blacks? So what's your logic in saying that? Should I proceed?
Yes, proceed. You're right on target. You're right on target.
There's also a thing related to cess and mistrust. There are so few black and brown doctors in this country, but studies show that blacks and brown people are more comfortable going to black doctors. And that is one of the reasons why this partnership came up, to address that inequity in healthcare relationship to patients, black patients. So we're here to address that also. Culturally, there's also those who have a cultural dictates regarding not taking the vaccine. The Spanish people, for example, they're saying we have bush medicine and herb. You can't use herb in this situation. Not all situation you can use herb. So we need credible people like us to go out there. But then again, we must understand that it was black people, black nurses and black doctors who brought in these black men to these studies. So here we are as blacks, we have to be careful and knowledgeable as to how we approach this undertaking we are doing.
This is quite notable, and we're going to go back to Dr. Robinson.